Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Rig It on Monday with the coach, and I got my man Jordan with me today. If we happen to get interrupted in our telecast, we're having a really bad thunderstorm, so we'll come back and pick up after the storm. Jordan's sitting there nodding his head, so we could very easily lose internet, lose power, and everything else because it's popping some pretty good lightning bolts outside. That seems to be the pattern here in Georgia every day. Rain in the afternoon with lightning and thunder and that type of thing. It's extremely hot right now. I think our heat index there was like 107, so definitely something to worry about. But anyway, I just wanted today, I thought what we do instead of doing a bunch of Rig It type stuff, Jordan, I thought we'd come back and just talk about the stuff we saw at ICAST that we introduced and just kind of give a highlight of that. And then starting back next week, we'll get back into our Rig It segments and start talking about rigging some new baits and rigging ways to rig things and show some baits, that type of thing. But as we get started, let me just real quickly go over some of the clothing that we introduced at ICAST. We got I've got 4 new hats here that we introduced. We have 2 in the Paragon series here, a black and gray. I think it's a really neat looking hat. And then we have the blue and white. Then they're designed to match our Paragon hoodies that we've shown on here before. So that was the 2 new Paragons. These are a patch hat, and they are a Richardson 112 Plus. So they're nice hats, no doubt. And then the other 2 hats that we added were the Blades hat, which for all you duck hunters that like to duck hunt, we put in a hat that was kind of camo with black writing, where it'd be real subtle. But interesting something for you guys that like to duck hunt and want to wear a big bite hat while you're doing it. Definitely, that's called the Blades hat. It's also a Richardson hat. And then the Bonefish hat, which I really like. I think it's really nice for the summer. It's kind of like our black cryptic hat, but it's a white one on the opposite spectrum. It's got the red fish on. Real cool, good summer hat. So those are some of the things that we added in as far as our clothing line I thought was different. Okay, so let's talk about the baits a little bit. Now, if you got any questions, go ahead and get them in, and we'll try to answer some of them at the end of the show. The first bait I would like to introduce is our new skipping buzz toad. It's kind of a neat deal. It's just like our, if you take our buzz toad, you can tear the legs on it. If you're familiar with our regular buzz bait that has the toad on it, it's very similar except for one big exception. The lead is covered up. Now this thing is designed to skip under docks. That's why it's called a skipping toad. It's a little more compact, has the same blade on it, comes in 4 colors. The only thing that we talk about a lot here when we talk about buzz baits is making one clack. You can't do that with this one, but a lot of the guys that are skipping under docks are looking for a reaction bite anyway, so that's not a big factor. Now inside this, you can look online and see there's a lead body inside of this with 2 flanges on it that stick up to hold the toad on, and you basically can't pull the toad off of it. It's indestructible. But by the same token, if you lose the legs off your toad, you can put a new toad on it. And so that's kind of an interesting bait. I think that's going to be extremely popular, especially with our dock fishermen. Okay, the next thing we come out with was the hybrid swimmer and the pendulate hook. I chose today to put them together, Jordan. I thought it'd be kind of neat. Now this swim bait is designed to use a live scope, and it's kind of an interesting swim bait. It'll be available in the fall, and so will the pendulate head that goes on it. And the neat thing about our pendulate head is it has a swivel on the top of it. And as you can see, you can spin that jig. Oh, the hook got me. But anyway, you can spin that jig. And both of these products are designed to use with live scope. So I know the question is going to be asked about the pendulate head. We have one with a bass hook in it, and then we're also going to have it in a crappie model for the crappie guys that want to use it as well. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's a really neat looking concept. Something I think that's going to really be good, Jordan. So anyway, that's called the hybrid swimmer and the pendulate head. Okay, and then we decided to modify our SwimOn series. Our 4.25 SwimOn has been extremely successful. So we decided to add a couple sizes in that. We have the 2.5 for the crappie fishermen also. So we decided to kind of catch the in between. We did a 3.75 SwimOn. Now we did change it just a little bit, just so you'll know. We skinnied it up just a hair. And the reason for doing that is we kind of, in our mind, thought this might make a really good spinnerbait trailer. And I know this year the spinnerbaits kind of made a comeback. I see a lot more people fishing spinnerbaits. So we wanted to give them something besides maybe a curly tail or maybe a straight tail that they could use behind it. So this came to our mind, so we added a 3.75 SwimOn. It comes in all the same colors as the 4.25, so you can get a good variety of colors. but it's really got good action. And I think you'll find it works really well behind a spinnerbait. And you may have some ways that you want to use it other than that. That's just kind of one of the ways I want to talk about today. Okay, and the other version is a 2.75 SwimOn. For you guys that are catching those monster crappie, you can use this particular size SwimOn to catch crappie. It's just a bigger version of the 2.5. But it's quite a little bit larger, and it's designed to catch a bigger crappie. Excuse me. And we've got a couple new colors in this as well. I believe one of them was called Bad Pumpkin. The other one's called Gold Digger. So you can check that out and our new catalogs are in. So if you want a catalog, all you got to do is call in and give us an address. We'll send you out a catalog. But basically, that's what we did in the SwimOn line. Okay, and then the last thing that we did, we decided to add a smaller version of our B2 worm. I had just lots of people ask me about, they wanted a smaller size worm to fish in ponds or maybe in a finesse type situation, or maybe around grass, that type of thing. So we came up with a 7.5 baby B2, or really a 7-inch baby B2. Comes in all the same colors as the B2 does, all the new colors, everything. And it's kind of real exciting. I think I've already had some real positive feedback on this, by the way. I've already talked to some guys who've caught fish on it. We've only had it out like a week, and they're already catching fish on it. So we got it in some of our local stores, and as a result, production's already happening. So it's a good deal. But anyway, baby B2. So that kind of covers, what we put in at ICAST as far as all that goes. We're kind of excited about it. I think there's some good things to add to what we already have in the Big Bite line. So definitely take a look at it. Most of this will be available in the fall. The B2 worm is available now. Everything else is a fall download, ready to go. So just keep your eyes on, watch the website for that product to become available. We got any questions today, Jordan? We got people talking in on to us?
Yes, I got one real quick.
Good.
We got lots of people asking where to get a catalog. And the answer to that, bigbitebaits.com/catalog.
That's right. You can go online and just sign up, and we'll send you one out. Or if you're not a computer friendly guy, just call the number on the back of the Big Bite catalog and give somebody here in the office your name and address, and we will get you a catalog out where you'll have one. It's a really nice catalog. I'm going to toot Jordan's horn a little bit. He did a really good job with it. The graphics in there are dynamite, so you can get a really good representation of the colors. A lot of catalogs are dark and you can't really tell, but it really looks very clear, so you can kind of tell what you're looking at for sure.
And they are free.
And they are free, no cost. We want to give them out. We've got plenty of them. So definitely. I got anything else today coming in?
That's it for right now.
Well, okay. Well, we'll call it a day today, and then we'll start seeing everybody back next week. We're going to do a giveaway type thing. We'll go back to rigging baits, talking about fishing and that kind of thing. Until then, we'll catch you later.